Hi, I'm Randy, and I'm going to show you how to fix this is a Kitchen Master Professional 550 HD. I assume the HD stands for heavy duty mixer. What's been happening is that the blades have stopped spinning when it turned on, and I'm going to show you how to troubleshoot that, and we'll get into it. Okay, I'm going to move the camera so you get a better view of the mixer itself. All right, so you need to take the top of it off, and the way you do that is there's a screw in the very back here, and I've already removed all the screws and put them in a little baggie. If you remove this screw here, there's a screw in the back, you remove that, which allows you to take this off. This little band here covers up two screws on one side and two screws on the other side, and you remove those screws, and once you've got those screws off, you can remove this housing here. Once you remove that housing, it's important here. Let me show you the problem here. Okay, this is we'll twist the motor, but you see it turns slowly. But what'll happen is it'll get to a certain spot and it won't twist anymore. Right there. I can twist this forever and ever, and it will not twist anymore. Okay, so what's going on there? All right, there's 4 more screws on the top here. I'm gonna move the camera in again to get an even better view of this. All right, now as you see, we're twisting this electric motor here. And you can see that the motor is itself twisting. And we saw earlier that the blade was spinning, but it has stopped spinning. And that is because you remove these screws here. There's one here, one here, one here, and one back there. Okay. Once you've removed those, you can remove the entire housing. All right. And now we get a better view of what's going on here. As you twist this, you notice this gear here, it's called the worm gear, it's spinning, and these are spinning, but the gear that is supposed to be spinning the blade, this one right here, does not spin. See, it stops spinning, the blade stops spinning. So what needs to happen is it gets ground up here, and this wheel, this gear here, this is called the worm gear, and this is called the follow gear. They both grind into each other. And so when you take it apart, you'll discover little bits of ground up metal all throughout it. So in order to fix that, I had to buy a replacement gear. I got that off of Amazon. And a replacement worm gear. I'm sorry, this is the follow gear. The other one is the worm gear. You will need a special tool. This one right here. This is the Irwin Vice Grip, and you'll use it in order to remove a little pin there that will let you remove this wheel there. It's very hard to remove without it. And you'll also need food grade grease. This is for gears and bearings. Make sure whatever you get, it has to be food grade because you are going to be making food with this. And let's try the next thing. All right, hold on. Okay, so I wanted to show you the next little bit. There's a little ring at the top of this, or there was a little ring at the top of this that kept this from being removed. And this little ring is right there. I don't know if you can see it. Now it's really important. It's got a hole on the left side and the right side that match up with these. These are a special tool that you need. And the way you do it is you match up the little pincers with the little holes. And then as you squeeze, the ring widens and you can lift it off of this shaft right here. You can lift it, so you have to lift it off the shaft. That was actually pretty difficult to do, so I didn't do it on camera. I will do the next part on camera. Let me remove that. Hold on. Okay. All right. So the next part is I need to remove this guy here. Oh, that is hard. Let me see if I can do that. There we go. So I removed the top part to reveal the follow gear. And the follow gear is actually the one that got all messed up. And our next, I'm gonna clean this up, and then I'll show you how to remove the follow gear. Alrighty, so as you can see, there's a pin right here that runs through the shaft that is preventing the removal of the follow gear. I'm gonna remove this, make it easier to remove the pin. This one-handed is kind of tricky. All right, I pushed it out on this side and I'm gonna need some pliers, so hold on just a sec. All right, now I'm gonna turn this around. To expose this pin. Pulled out the pin, put that down here. Okay, hopefully the follow gear will be easy to remove now. It's not. Let me see if I can figure out why it's not being removed. Hold on. Okay, I think I figured it out. All it takes is a little bit of leverage to, oop, thought that was all it required. This is very sharp, which makes it hard to pull out also. The pin is removed, it should come out. Let me see what else I need to do to loosen it. Okay, so the next bit we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this gear right here. And it just, there we go. Just required force in the right. Oop. Okay. Now, we have a bunch of grease in there and we're gonna clean all that out. But I'll do that. I won't film that. We're gonna clean all the grease out of there because it's food grade grease that probably has a little bit of shaved metal all throughout it. So we're gonna remove that. Okay, so we've cleaned it out. We've also removed this piece here that slides up under, and it's what actually turns the paddle. So now the next step is we want to put food grade grease, which is this stuff here, back into the mechanism and reassemble everything, and we'll do one step at a time. We'll verify that each bit works. So the next thing I'm going to do is put in food grade grease. Okay, so I'm going to put a little dollop of food grade grease in here, and a couple dollops. Okay, hold on just a second. Okay, so I've sort of put a bunch of them in there now, and the next thing we can do is we should be able to return this to its rightful place. Okay. And now I'll take the brand new follow gear. And we're going to put the, actually before I do that, I'm going to compare the, you'll notice the teeth on the follow gear pretty regular. Now let's take a look at the teeth on the old one. They are pretty beat up and kind of smushed. All right, so I'm going to put this follow gear back where it belongs. Alrighty. Oh, my cameraman is coming back, which will make this easier. I hope. Oh, you're eating. Okay, ready? Mm-hmm. All right. So I put this piece back in, and I put this gear here on. It's not going down. Why is it not going down? Oh, yeah, you have to squeeze it. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now we've got it to where the pin is, the pinhole. That's this little guy here. Hope I don't drop it. It's very small. It's exposed. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back in, this pin. Can you see the pin? I'm putting it back in. Okay. All right. And the next piece is the old gear. Where did I put that? Oh, goodness. Huh. Oh, here it is. And it has a key to it. Oh. Oh, I have to twist this to match it up. Oh, okay. Make sure that is matching that. All right. Oh, that's because this has to match too. There we go. Okay, and the last little piece is this pin here. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, now we put in the last piece. This is the replacement piece 2. And I'm going to put this in the goop. And now that is not matching. Here we go. This is spinning freely. Okay, that's working. Okay, now I'm going to add some more goop or food grade grease. Okay. All right. So I've got the food grade grease, I've got the 2 pieces of replacement, the cotter pin's back in, or that pin is back in. Now, go ahead and pause the film. I'm going to all right, I've got some eye protection. I'm going to set it for low. All right, seems to be working. Okay. Oh, I am missing a piece. I'm missing this piece right here. Oop, let's undo the power. I don't want it to suddenly turn on. Okay. All right. I was just lucky. Okay, I'm gonna put that on. Now as I turn that, all right, that is not quite right, I don't think. Okay. That appears to be working. I'm going to put the lid back on. Where did I put the lid? Yeah, here it is. All right. This will protect my eyes. I'm going to apply power back to it. And I'm going to hook up one of the blades. All right. Here we go. Step 2. Step 3. Okay. Seems to be working. All right, I'm gonna screw the lids back in, put it all together, and then we'll surprise the wife. Okay, so okay, so we tested it, and I've screwed it all back together. Hopefully it still works. The grinding sound is not good. I think I need to take it apart and figure out why it's grinding. Go ahead and pause it. Tell me when you're ready.
Ready.
Okay, so I was missing a part from the old, and it's this piece right here. I had left it on there. So now I've got something holding it steady here and something holding it steady. Right, the grinding noise was caused because this gear here was allowed to move around, and the reason it was allowed to move around is because there was a holder piece from the old piece that I had neglected to move over. I have since done that, and it seems to be working. Let's verify that. I'm gonna let it go for a while. No grinding, that's great news. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna put it together. Why don't you go ahead and film me? I'm going to put a little more of the food grade grease in here, just so that everything is copacetic. Okay. All right. This goes back on here. All right, those two. Okay, you say it. This one's tricky. You gotta work around this wire. There we go. Alrighty, secure that one. 1. 2. And I'd just like to say, I haven't done any work on, this is my first time repairing one of these. And I usually just check out the YouTube videos, and that's kind of what I did with this one here. Found a couple that told me exactly how to do it. And you can do the same. Hopefully this video will help you figure it out. I frequently find that videos where something goes horribly wrong help a lot. Okay, put this back on. Speaking of horribly wrong, I forgot to unplug it. Okay. So put the 4 in there, and I'm going to do the 5 on the outside. Here's 1. Here's 2. Need to go over to this side. Do 3. And here's 4. Cleaning off my hands a little bit because the next piece will show the dirt if I don't clean up a little bit. This is 5. Okay, now just to be extra special thorough, I'm going to plug it in and try it again. Okay, here's off, here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3, 4. All right. I'll clean it up and give it back to my wife. She'll be very happy. Hopefully she'll be able to use her mixer to make lots of wonderful things to eat. Thank you. This is Randy.